Well, before when I was on Yeti, I was on Manitou, and I always wanted to change back to RockShox. And then when RockShox and SRAM combined, then I was just using all of their components, and it's just worked out really well. I'm a 9.
At a time when riders are winning on internal gearboxes and technology that is advancing rapidly, you put a huge amount of faith in your sponsors to reinvent the wheel at the same pace as the competition. Knowing how much pressure you put on yourself to perform, you must put a whole lot of trust in SRAM RockShox. Are you comfortable trusting a company that much?
Yeah, definitely. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, they're great race support, so if there's anything ever wrong with my bike or the shifting or forks or suspension setup or anything, I can take it directly to the person that is involved with it directly, and they know exactly what to do. So it's just like a no-brainer. It's just like, I'd rather trust them than me, so it's like, yeah.
One of the biggest riders at the top of mountain bike in terms of your size and the power you put through your pedals, you of all people needs to trust in your gear. Has it been a difficult process getting together a rig that you can swing a leg over at the top of a World Cup or World Championship run and trust that it's not going to let you down?
It's not a hard thing to deal with. I mean, when you're running like a Santa Cruz V10, then a RockShox BlackBox fork, and then everything SRAM, like the best it can be. I mean, that's the best bike that you can possibly get, which is out there. So you don't even think about if it's going to hold up or not. It's just going to.
But has that been a difficult process, arriving at that conclusion that that's the sort of thing you need?
Well, it hasn't been a difficult process. I mean, it's just all the stuff that is on my bike works, and it works fine, and it just doesn't bust, really.
Yeah. Taking it up a notch, talk about trusting your gear. More than needing to trust your gear in a race run, that's an amazing amount of trust on that level when you're hitting things that big. Tell us about the trust involved there.
Well, to be honest, I mean, I don't even think about whether my bike's going to hold up for anything. It's just I know that it's going to, like, I don't think twice about it or anything.
Yeah, good.
The thought never really enters my mind. I mean, you just asked me the question then. It's like, oh, well, I don't actually think of it. I don't actually think that it's going to break at any time. So.
Yeah, good.
So, yeah, but the site's set at 130. I mean, anything bigger than 116 will do.
That's it.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how cold are you right now?
I'm a 5 in the car.
Tell us about working with the BlackBox program. Do you find that you get a lot of involvement in that, or it's more like they put things underneath you and ask you a few secret questions and then whip it out from underneath you?
Pretty much. It gets a little bit frustrating with that because obviously no one knows what's going on with the BlackBox stuff, and not even the riders. I mean, they basically tell us, okay, this is what we've got. This is how. Well, that's it. It's on your bike now. Tell us what you think.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit. You don't actually know what's going on at first, but you get used to the equipment and it's good. But 10 out of 10 times it's just run better than what before. So
yeah.
They'll ask us certain questions about, say, the forks I ran last year, and then we'll just basically say what we felt. And then they'd go back and whisk it away from us, and so on. So I guess like we're just product development, but it is strange, like not knowing what's going on underneath you.
Is it different for SRAM? I see like you've got a bit of a modified.
I've been trimming down my levers for a while now, and I think that the levers now in production are getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
Permission to come aboard, Mickley.
Come aboard.
Granted. Nath, when you were saying you pretty stoked on the air fork that you ran last year. Did you run that the whole year, or did you only run it like one race?
I ran it the whole year.
Ah, okay.
Ran the air fork the whole year from the beginning to the end. It's seriously just night and day difference between a spring fork and an air fork.
My bad.
Just the idea that there's always something better to achieve. I mean, I've achieved a lot of my goals so far, like world champion, World Cup champion, and doing flips and 3-0s over technical jumps and things like that. But just knowing that you can always go faster, you can always go better, and you can always be more consistent is basically what keeps me going.
The best in the world, it's more just being able to push the envelope slightly. Come on, boy.
Well, I'm at the level now where I know that if I'm the best person that I can be, then that's the best person in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just know, like, all I'm out there to do is to just be better myself, and that, to me, is going to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
Can't drink this, I got to have Red Bull.
Spoken and remarkable, and you say what's on your mind. The refreshing thing is that what you've got to say isn't controversy for controversy's sake. It's considered stuff spoken in an intelligent way. Notably, the other day on the podium, when you tactfully publicised the need for making changes to the UCI national champions rule, whilst not taking anything away from Mick's win. Do you see yourself as an ambassador of sorts in downhill mountain bike?
Maybe I'm starting to get into more of a leadership type of role. I mean, although I'm still pretty young, I'm starting to be one of the Australian downhills which has a lot of experience. So in some ways, I guess I can be a bit of a spokesperson.
Yeah.
At times.
Do you feel the pressure to do that, or does it just come naturally?
Well, it's more or less just come naturally. I mean, I've been around the world 7 times. And I'm starting to get a really good idea of how a lot of things work in mountain biking. Like as far as the way races are, the way outsiders see races, and the way like just products come from being like BlackBox to then coming to the public.
Yeah.
Like I know how it all goes, and just I know how things are supposed to be, so every now and then just hint to people what's going on.
At the same time, though, you seem to have like a youthful enthusiasm that's seemingly uncontainable. I thought that one of the funniest, well, possibly the highlight of the Red Bull video was when the guys were getting into trying to articulate what the best thing about going around the world was, you know, stoking fires and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you just fucking lit up when you saw a motocross track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you feel that there's a good balance of being a sort of I suppose a diplomat of sorts, but still having that raw thing that you can't contain when you see something on a trip like that?
Yeah, like that. Like being aware of what's around you is not going to go away from me. I mean, I'm the guy that when you're driving along, your eyes track the side of the road, just looking at kickers and things like that. That's just what you do because you're into bikes, and that's just going to be embedded in me like forever. So. So yeah, that'll just stay there. Like, just the ideas will always be there.
Yeah. In the first couple of years.
Yeah, well, Sam's a good kid. You know, he didn't really need much guidance at all, and whether I gave him any at all, I think I'm more corrupted him more than anything else. But yeah, it's good to have got to get to know Sam, because he. Like, although we're both pretty quick riders, like we're both fairly different, like in just our behaviour and things. So,